My name is Anna, and I'm gonna briefly summarize Jesus Rosales and his impact on ABA. So let's get started. So a little background information of him. He got his bachelor's degree at the psychology at the University of San Luis Obispo, Mexico. He got his PhD in the development of child psychology and behavior analysis at the University of Kansas. Now, he is one of those few scientists that studies animal training for both theological and applied perception. He was a director for the Center of Education in the University of San Luis Obispo, and the main reason why he got into it is because he was interested in providing services for people with mental disabilities and impoverished children. He's also served several education boards, as well as review for the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysts, the Journal of Neuroscience Methods, and Behavior Process. These are just a few I listed. There were a lot more. He's alive and well, kicking in Texas. He is a social professional of the Department of Behavior Analysts in the University of North Texas, as well as the director of Neuro-Optorated Lab. He focuses mostly on simulated equivalency, fluency, antecedent control over behavior, generalization, behavioral cusps, shaping. I pick a few articles I'm going to summarize a little bit over. The first one is generalization of question. So in this one, he had a 5-year-old autistic boy, and they used flashcards with them. And every time he got it right, he got praise. So the way they set it up is that the first task was more focusing on targeting that behavior that they desire, and then the other 4 tasks were focusing on generalization of that behavior. And after 5 months and 10 hours a week, the child was able to maintain that identification of flashcards. And this shows the importance of generalization in child development. Appealing into supportive behaviors. So here they set up a training workshop on verbal behavior on behavior analysts. They had 4 participants, and the way it's set up is that before and after they had surveys, and those surveys were how they collect the data to determine if the workshop was successful. The workshop was primarily more of a role playing. They had different scenarios, and the 4 participants had to role play on that and determine. How they measure it was on verbal behavior, non-verbal behavior, written verbal behavior, and inter-observation agreement. And the data show that the 4 participants had a better understanding after the training. Now, he states the importance of the training is for the better relationship of the client and the behavior analyst, as well as it overall well-being of the client. It reduces the stress of the client. The next article talks about shaping. How he got into this is that one of his master's students were more focusing on animal training, and one of them was focusing on training the horses to be able to go to traders, because they saw that horses were showing negative behaviors of biting themselves, hitting the heads and the wall, running backwards. And they determined that if they could change that behavior, it would be more of a behavioral cusp, because then the horse trainer and the animal horses were able to go to other environments. The way they set it up is that they use a positive reinforcement to create the behavior change, and the positive reinforcement was food. This showed a great result, and due to that, we have now horse trainers using positive reinforcements instead of what they did the past, which was punishment. As well as this states the fluency and generalization of shaping, and why now horses are more generalizing trader to more positive results. Now, his contributed to ABA, forms of clinical practice, workshops. This example, basic behavior knowledge analyst. So here, the main things were the shaping and the behavior cuts and generalization. Second one is what I learned. The importance of workshop and training is for giving proper services. You can't always predict the situations you're going to be in. And if you do have the proper knowledge and techniques, you are able to deal with any situation that comes your way. And doing so, you're able to provide better service to the individuals that you deal with. I work at a worksite area that deals with people with mental disabilities, and this is a good reminder of me why I need to improve my training and knowledge, as well as the importance of generalization and especially in artistic when it comes to learning. Well, for me personally, I have only dealt with certain people with autistic, and that's at a certain level. So reminding me that generalization is important when I'm training new people, especially when there are different levels, will help me teach them the skills that they need to be able to work at that site. Shaping and impact on human has. It just reminds me that human has a great impact on their pets, livestock, how they maintain animals like in zookeeping. And if we got more information of reinforcement on certain species, we could help them reduce the stress they have and improve the behaviors that we want from them. This is just a brief summary of what Jesus Rosa Ruz has accomplished, and thank you for listening to me. Oh, and this is some of my references.